You're probably seeing 3 cinematic lights in this setup. Some of you might be seeing 5 lights, whereas in reality I'm not using any light because this lighting setup you are seeing right now is fake. Although I'm using a tube light which is in front of me, but aside that, I'm not using any RGB light or any cinematic light in this room. In this video, I'm going to show you how to light up your room or studio without buying any expensive equipment. So let's get right into the video. Alright, for this video, we'll be using the CapCut app. So you just have to have the CapCut app installed on your device. So you just have to click on Create Project. Then the first thing we want to do is to import our video. Now just drag the video to the timeline, and this is how our video looks like from the very beginning. You're probably seeing 3 cinematic lights in this setup. Some of you might be seeing 5 lights. Alright, so let's start editing the video. So the first thing I want to do is to just adjust the lighting because the video looks a little bit too washy and the lighting is not that good. So all you just have to do is go to adjustment, then you scroll down to exposure and reduce the exposure a little bit, and I will increase the contrast a little bit just to add a little bit of contrast to the video. So if you check your video, this is how it looks like before and this is how it looks like now. You can see it's looking a little better. So the next thing I want to do is to duplicate this timeline. All you just have to do is right click on the clip and then click on copy. Then up here just right click again and click on paste. So we have the timeline duplicated. Then just have to extract the audio right here and then delete the audio. So we have duplicate audio. So the first thing we want to do is to disable this clip by clicking on V on your keyboard. So that will disable the first clip, and now we can work on the clip below. So the clip under will be our background and the clip above will be our subject. So the first step is to work on the background and the second step is to work on the subject. So let's work on this background, the first clip below. So what you just want to do is go to video, then you go down and look for this feature called relight, then click on ambience and then you click on this clip here to be night or whatever it is, and then you wait for it to process. Alright, now we have our background that have been processed completely. So what you just want to do is to adjust the background light. So to do that, just have to scroll down, then we have the first light here. You can adjust the position where you want the light to come in. I just have to bring the light right here. Now under type, change this to point, and under objects you select background. So now you can reduce the intensity and others just to make it look good. Also you can change the color. So I might decide to go for an orange color. Maybe I should just adjust it a little bit, and then you can adjust it whichever way you want. You can increase the intensity, the radius of the light, you can adjust that, and you can adjust the distance of the light. Also you can go to the second light and let's bring this to this point right here. Let me just take it a little bit backward. You can increase the intensity a little bit or reduce it. Again, just have to change it to point and then background. Also do the same to the third light, point, and then you have background. So the light 2 also you just have to adjust it. I will reduce the distance a little bit, then I will adjust the image, take it backward a little bit, so that you just have to adjust it. It looks a little bit natural. Then to the third light, let's just bring it at the back here again, point, background, and then let's change the color to, let's pick this color. Just take this picker and then you pick the color here. So just align with the color at this point, then you bring it a little bit downward. You can increase the intensity whichever way you want, and you can reduce the radius, and then you can bring the distance downward a little bit. Alright, so we have our background and you can view this to see how it looks like. Alright, so this is our background. I think it's looking a little bit natural. With this alone, the video is already okay. Alright, so let's go to the first step. Now you click on this first clip and click on V, so we can now start working on the light for the subject. Now before we go into the second step of the video, if you're finding this video helpful, smash the like button and also subscribe to this channel. I will really appreciate that. Once you are done with that, let's head back into the video. Alright, so the next first thing we want to do for this first clip, the clip here, is to go to remove BG and then click on auto remover to remove the background. This will process and it will take a little bit of time depending on how large your video is. Alright, that has been processed successfully. So this is what our video footage looks like right now. Let's start working on the lighting of the face. So again, you go to the basic and then look for relight, enable that. This time around we are going to pick facial and then click on soft face. So the only light I want to work on is at this edge point, I want some kind of lighting should come at this point. So we just have to click on that, then click on directional for this one, and for object you click on people, so it should be focused on only the subject. Alright, if you want to add more light, you can add another light if you want, maybe at this point or the face, but for now I'm not going to add only one light to the subject. So to do that, you just have to click on color, and then let's pick a color. Maybe I'll take this color picker and then pick a color from the background so I should just find with my face. Alright, so I have a color for it, and I want the color to just be at just the edge here. So what I'll just do is to increase the intensity and then reduce the distance, because I want the color to be at this point only. And you can pick a different color whichever way you want. Let's pick a different color. So this is what we will have right now. Light, whereas in reality I'm not using any light. Now let's color grade our video. You click on adjustment tab and then you add an adjustment layer. So let's drag it to fit the whole timeline. So for the adjustments, let me click on temperature. You can follow my settings for the adjustment, but this is just how I color grade my own video. And I will add a little bit of tint, then the saturation I increase it to about 10, and then exposure, you can bring down the exposure if you want, and I add a little bit of vignette to my video. So that is pretty much the color grading I do to my videos, and you can check to see if it's okay. You're probably seeing 3 cinematic lights in this setup. Some of you might be seeing 5 lights. Alright, that's it. So lastly, just have to add let's add a blur effect to the background. Click on effect, then you go to lens, and then you look for blur. So let's add this blur to the background. So let's just reduce it to about 10, maybe 9. So this is what we have right now. You're probably seeing 3 cinematic lights in. Alright, so that is all for this video. Then we click on export to export the video. Alright, so the video has been exported completely. This is what our video looks like. So that's it for this video. You can as well watch the video where I show you how to create fake YouTube studio right here. See you guys in the next one.